tell us a bit about your role as a volunteer at Berry Hospice?
As it is now, or as it has been previously as well?
All of it, beginning to now.
Right, well I started working in the hospice around about 2013. That was the year my wife died. And I volunteered basically to give something back because they helped me a great deal in looking after my wife who wanted to stay at home. She didn't want to go into the hospice. So the Hospice from Home team were brilliant with me. They helped me to look after her. And then when she died, I were a wreck basically. So everybody said you need to get something to do, so I decided to come down here and do what I could for the hospice. And I've been here ever since basically. So coming up to 30, it's coming up to 11 years now.
Okay, and I can see that you've got your 10 years long service award, so
I have,
congrats
yes.
on that.
Yes, I have.
So we understand you've pat tested over 23,000 items for the hospice. Can you explain what pat testing involves and why it's important?
Well, pat testing just means portable appliance testing. So any portable electrical appliance needs pat testing on a 12 monthly basis. But we pat test every single item that comes in that's donated to us, just to make sure it's safe for sale. We check the body of whatever the item is, we check the wiring, and we go through a process where we use a machine that actually tells us whether it's safe to use or not. So it's not a very complicated, but you have to be thorough. You have to make sure that you check everything that's required. Then we can safely put things out for sale.
I think you've answered this already. I'll ask it just in case you have anything else you want to add. So what initially drew you to volunteering at the hospice?
That just, I can't say it was purely, it was partly selfish, to try and look after myself, to give myself something to do. But it was obviously part to give back for the help that they gave me during my wife's illness. And I think it's a very worthwhile charity as well. You know, end of life care is so important. You know, we all have to go through it at some stage. But, you know, you see the conditions that some people pass away in, and you know, you're grateful that the hospice exists, you know.
I've heard that you've taken initiative to research the value of vinyl records. What made you focus on this particular category?
Well, it became obvious that vinyl was making a comeback, and we tended to get quite a bit of used vinyl donated. But previously we'd just stick it in a box and we'd say £1 for this, £2 for that. So I decided to start taking it on, and I started to take records home and sort of investigated the value of them and the condition of them. And I started repricing them, putting them back out for sale, and they sold very well. And I also got some dealers involved, because your normal punter, your normal person doesn't want to pay a lot of money for a record, but collectors do, you know. So some of the more expensive stuff that I think will make money through a dealer, I'll contact dealers and I'll get dealers in and we'll negotiate prices for them. And we've done very well over the last couple of years, you know. So I would encourage anyone to get up in their attic, search around among all the dust and bring us all your old albums, and we'll get rid of them.
Okay, so can you share some of the interesting finds that you've come across while researching vinyl records?
Oh, well, what can I come across? The most interesting thing, I think, is we came across a lot of Northern Soul records, which are very popular amongst a certain age group, I might say. People like myself, you know, trying to relive the youth. And we got nearly over £300 for those. So that was a good find. We also do well with heavy rock, you know. That sells well. Again, it's people my age trying to relive the youth, but I do it myself. I collect blues albums myself, but unfortunately we never get any blues albums donated, so I don't do very well out of it, you know.
Okay, most importantly, how much has your research increased income for the hospice through this vinyl
I can't actually say what percentage it is, but it's a massive percentage, really. I think over the last couple of years, I think I don't know if they record it properly, but I think we made must be going on for £2,000. You know, previously we might have got a couple of hundred for them, you know. So it's a big difference, makes a big difference.
Beyond vinyl records, have you discovered any other hidden gems among the donations that you get through here?
Not particularly, because I deal mainly in electrical items, you know. But we do get the occasional lamp that might be worth a lot of money, which we pass to eBay. We tend to send any sort of musical stuff, such as amplifiers. eBay will sell those, because we do get it's a wider audience, you know, so we get a better return on those. But I can't really say get any sort of rarities. But we do get stuff in, we get brand new stuff and all, you know. Some people donate brand new stuff, which is great. But we do, unfortunately, we get a lot of rubbish, you know. So, but what we do with rubbish, we'll cannibalise it and we'll take stuff off it that we can use to do other stuff up. So we don't waste anything, you know.
So what would you say is the most rewarding aspect of volunteering at the Baby Hospice Donation Centre?
I think it's that. I think it's coming up with new ideas and finding new ways to do things, you know, that are probably more efficient, just for our own personal job, you know. To see the amount of money that we're making, you know, it's amazing. I love it, and I love the volunteers. I get a great group of volunteers down here, and they're all different. They're all different age groups, from 80 to like 18, and they all get on really well, you know. And some of the staff are not bad either, you know.
Is there anything that you would like to tell people who are considering volunteering at Baby Hospice?
Yeah, don't hesitate. Do it, because there's nothing worse than being sat on your own all day with nothing to do, maybe watching daytime TV. You're soon vegetating and doing that. So get down to somewhere like the hospice, get involved, and you'll find that it becomes part of your life. You know, if you're that kind of person. I mean, I've always sort of worked all my life, so it's just like carrying on work for me. It's a great thing for me to do, because I've not got many hobbies, things like that. So I would recommend anyone to come down here and give it a shot.
Fantastic. So is there a final message that you'd like to share with our viewers?
That's it, I think. Just come down and help us out. You know, it's a great local charity. We're facing competition from national charities. You know, we've got to try and ensure that the people of Bury keep the hospice and expand it into the future.